most dangerous personality type in any room is never the one shouting, never the one beating their chest, and never the one announcing their strength. The real threat sits quietly, observing, absorbing, calculating. They know that power expressed too loudly becomes predictable, and predictability is a weakness. Their calmness is not softness, it is deliberate restraint, a weapon sharper than any sword. They understand that a still surface often hides the deepest waters, and those waters can drown anyone who misreads them. They do not react impulsively, because impulsive people reveal their intentions. Instead, they watch others reveal themselves. Every word someone speaks becomes information. Every movement becomes data. Every outburst becomes an opportunity. Their silence is not emptiness, it is analysis, preparation, anticipation. In their calmness, they map the entire battlefield long before the first move is ever made. Such a strategist knows that chaos favors the one who remains composed. When the environment becomes noisy, when others panic, argue, or lose their grip, they tighten theirs. They do not get swept away by emotion or confusion. Instead, they rise above it, becoming the only steady hand in a storm. And in moments of instability, the world naturally follows the calmest person in the room. They understand this human instinct, and they exploit it with precision. While others seek to be heard, they seek to understand. While others try to prove themselves, they simply position themselves. There is no haste in their decisions, because haste is the enemy of accuracy. They move slowly, but when they move, the result is irreversible. Their calmness also gives them command over perception. People project goodness onto silence. They assume quietness equals innocence, and that is exactly where this personality type gains its advantage. They know that staying unreadable creates fear in the ambitious and comfort in the knave. The loud are easy to decode. The calm strategist is impossible to fully grasp, and what cannot be understood cannot be predicted. They choose their words the way a surgeon chooses instruments, precisely, rarely, with intention only. They speak when it benefits them, not when emotion demands it. They act when timing is perfect, not when pride is threatened. Their restraint becomes their camouflage, and their composure becomes their shield. In their presence, people often lower their guard, mistaking quietness for passivity. But passivity is the last thing they possess. They simply refuse to waste energy on battles that don't offer victory. They conserve their strength for the moment it truly matters. They let others burn themselves out with noise, ego, and impulsive choices. And when the dust settles, the calm strategist emerges untouched, prepared, and in control. Their power comes from the mastery of themselves. For a person who controls their own emotions is already ahead of those who cannot. Their calmness is not peace, it is power, sharpened to perfection. The most dangerous personality type understands that true influence is never seized through force alone. It is earned through perception. They know that people do not follow power that looks threatening. They follow the appearance of goodness, fairness, and purity. And so they construct a mask, a flawless mask of virtue, crafted with patience and worn with absolute conviction. This mask is their armor, their passport into trust, their silent weapon. It allows them to walk among others without suspicion, to be welcomed into rooms where real power is discussed, and to be embraced by those who believe they are harmless. They master the art of looking sincere, even when their intentions travel in the opposite direction. A warm smile hides cold calculations. Polite words disguise strategic thoughts. Every gesture is crafted, every expression shaped. They do not simply act virtuous. They embody it convincingly enough that even the skeptical begin lowering their guard. The brilliance of this mask lies in how naturally it blends into human psychology. People want to believe in kindness. They want to believe someone gentle is trustworthy, someone humble is safe, someone agreeable is loyal. This personality type feeds that desire. They create an image that fits perfectly into what others hope to see. Their virtue is a mirror reflecting people's own expectations back at them. And once someone believes you are good, they unconsciously defend you, excuse you, even elevate you. This is the power of their mask. Others willingly protect the very person who strategically intends to outmaneuver them. Trust becomes the rope people hand over willingly. Unaware, it can later be used to bind them. They understand that deception is most effective when aligned with human emotion. A kind gesture at the right moment, a sympathetic tone during someone's weakness, a listening ear when others turn away. These subtle moves weave a narrative of virtue around them. They appear generous, patient, reliable. They never reveal their true motivations because the mask does that work for them. It blinds others to their ambition and disguises their intentions beneath layers of perceived innocence. They learn the social rituals of virtue, humility spoken in the correct tone, moral language delivered in the right context, modesty displayed with believable nuance. They carefully avoid anything that feels too sharp, too bold, or too self-serving, because the most dangerous weapon they possess is the belief that they would never harm anyone. People reveal their secrets to someone who appears pure. They confide, confess, expose their fears, their weaknesses, their dreams, their insecurities. Every whispered truth becomes another thread of power woven into this personality's hands. The mask of virtue doesn't simply protect them, it grants them access to hearts, minds, alliances, and opportunities denied to those who appear intimidating. They move quietly through social circles, gathering influence not by demanding it, but by being invited into it. They are underestimated, and they count on that. Their harmlessness is their strategic illusion. Their charm is their shield, and the trust they collect becomes the foundation on which they build their quiet dominance. The most dangerous personality type possesses a rare strength, the ability to feel emotion without being ruled by it. They experience anger, disappointment, love, and loyalty like everyone else, but they never allow these emotions to dictate their actions. Where others break under pressure, they remain unshaken. Where others react impulsively, they calculate. Their detachment is not the absence of emotion, it is the mastery of it. They understand that emotions are powerful forces, capable of clouding judgment, weakening resolve, and pushing people into decisions they later regret. And so they train themselves to place a barrier between what they feel and what they choose to do. This barrier protects their reasoning, sharpens their strategy, and shields them from manipulation. Someone who cannot be emotionally provoked cannot be controlled. This detachment gives them an advantage in environments where others crumble. When someone tries to insult them, they respond with silence instead of rage. When someone tries to bait them into conflict, they step back instead of stepping forward. Their lack of emotional reaction becomes unsettling to those who rely on drama or chaos to gain the upper hand. They are immune to guilt trips, immune to emotional blackmail, immune to pressure. If someone cries or begs or threatens to leave, they do not make decisions based on sympathy or fear. Their commitment is to logic, to outcomes, to the long-term picture. And because they do not cling to people emotionally, they can walk away from anyone who becomes a liability. This ability to cut ties without hesitation makes them unpredictable and powerful. Others get trapped in relationships, friendships, and alliances out of attachment. They do not. Their emotional detachment also makes them excellent observers. While others are blinded by their own feelings, this personality type watches patterns, intentions, and motives with clarity. They see betrayal before it happens because they are not distracted by affection. They spot opportunities others overlook because they are not preoccupied with seeking approval. They can listen to harsh truths without becoming defensive and analyze criticism without feeling wounded. This level of self-control turns every emotional interaction into a strategic advantage. They learn more from people than people learn from them because they do not reveal their inner world. Their calmness becomes a vault. Their expressions give nothing away. Their reactions leave no trace. People never fully know what they think, what they want, or what they plan next. This personality type understands that emotions are temporary, but consequences are permanent. They refuse to make decisions that satisfy a moment of anger or a moment of affection at the cost of their future. If they must choose between feeling good and gaining power, they will always choose power. If they must choose between keeping someone close or keeping their vision intact, the choice is already made. Their detachment gives them freedom, clarity, and dominance. They are not cold, they are controlled. They are not heartless, they are disciplined. And in a world where most people are prisoners to their emotions, the one who has mastered their inner storms becomes the one who cannot be defeated. The most dangerous personality type understands that influence is far more effective than force. They know that controlling people directly creates resistance, but guiding them subtly creates obedience without awareness. They do not push people, they pull them. They do not command, they suggest. They do not demand loyalty, they engineer it. Their mastery lies in shaping the environment, the perception, and the emotional landscape so skillfully that others believe the decisions they make are entirely their own. This personality type studies the minds of those around them with the precision of a craftsman. They learn what people crave, what they fear, what they avoid, what they desperately seek approval for. And once they understand these inner weaknesses, they know exactly which strings to pull to steer outcomes in their favor. Their influence is woven into ordinary actions, conversations, questions, silences, compliments, concerns. They know that a well-timed pause can reveal more than a direct interrogation. A carefully chosen word can redirect someone's thinking. A subtle expression of disapproval can plant doubt. They use these moments to build invisible pathways in people's minds, guiding them toward conclusions that benefit their own goals. This form of manipulation is not chaotic or random, it is systematic. They approach each interaction with intention, knowing that every sentence spoken can either build trust, generate confusion, or create dependency. They never waste words, they never reveal their true objectives. Instead, they create the conditions for others to fulfill those objectives without ever realizing they were influenced. This personality type also understands that people are driven by their need to be seen, valued, admired, or understood. So they become whatever the moment requires. When someone needs validation, they give it. When someone needs guidance, they offer it. When someone seeks sympathy, they provide it. People begin to rely on them emotionally, believing they have found someone who truly understands them. But this understanding is not empathy. It is data collection. The more someone reveals, the more control this personality gains. Every confession becomes currency. Every vulnerability becomes leverage. Every ambition becomes a roadmap to future influence. They manipulate outcomes not just through individuals but through social dynamics. They place themselves at the center of information flow without appearing to be the source. They plant ideas softly into groups, waiting for the natural momentum of collective thinking to carry those ideas forward. When people begin repeating their influence as if it were their own insight, the manipulator has already succeeded. Their presence becomes indispensable because they have engineered themselves into every important decision without visibly taking credit for any of them. And the most dangerous aspect of this personality is how invisible their influence becomes. They rarely appear controlling, they rarely seem forceful. Instead, people describe them as supportive, wise, understanding, or insightful. This is the brilliance of their method. They make others feel empowered while quietly pulling the strings from behind the curtain. Others act, speak, and choose in ways that seem self-driven, unaware that the direction of their path was set by someone who never needed to raise their voice or show their hand. The most dangerous personality type is defined not by how they move in the moment, but by how they build their future. They are architects, not gamblers. Where others chase quick victories, they construct strategies that stretch far beyond the present. They think in years, not days. They think in outcomes, not impulses. Every action they take is a brick placed deliberately. Every relationship a bridge constructed with purpose. Every silence a calculated pause designed to serve a greater plan. They are patient in a world addicted to haste, and that patience becomes their greatest weapon. They understand that true power is rarely achieved in sudden explosions. It is built gradually, quietly, beneath the surface, until the structure becomes so strong that no opposition can collapse it. They do not react to events, they anticipate them. They study patterns in people, trends in environments, and shifts in circumstances. They read the world the way a strategist reads a map, recognizing where opportunities will appear long before others even notice the terrain. And when something unexpected occurs, they do not panic. They adjust, adapt, absorb the impact, and redirect it to serve their long-term interest. They never rely on luck, because luck is unpredictable. They rely on preparation. Their foresight becomes their security. Their planning becomes their shield. Even when they lose a small battle, they do so intentionally, knowing it helps them win the war. The architect of long-term wins also understands the value of timing. They know that acting too early can destroy an opportunity, and acting too late can let it slip away. So they wait with discipline, striking only when the environment aligns perfectly with their goals. This restraint is misunderstood by others, who confuse patience with hesitation. But hesitation comes from fear, patience comes from strength. They resist the urge to prove themselves prematurely. They allow others to underestimate them, while they quietly assemble advantages in the background. They let rivals exhaust themselves, let impulsive people make mistakes, let emotional people reveal weaknesses. Then, when the moment is right, they move with precision, claiming outcomes that seem effortless because all the effort was hidden in the preparation. Their long-term thinking also shapes how they handle relationships. They invest in people strategically, not emotionally. They know who to keep close, who to distance, who to study, and who to use as stepping stones. They build alliances that serve future purposes and avoid ties that drain their focus. They understand that loyalty is valuable only when aligned with ambition. They can play the role of a friend, a mentor, or a supporter, but beneath the surface, every connection is assessed for its long-term utility. They do not burn bridges without purpose. They simply walk away from those that no longer lead anywhere. This personality type rarely displays the full scope of their vision. They keep their ambitions hidden behind steady behavior, never revealing the magnitude of what they are working toward. People around them see only fragments: a calm demeanor, a calculated decision, a quiet success. But behind every small victory lies a larger structure being built piece by piece. They are always thinking ahead, always preparing for a future they intend to dominate. Their strength comes not from chaos, noise, or aggression, but from strategy, patience, and an unwavering commitment to outcomes that others cannot even foresee. Their influence grows slowly, steadily, invisibly, until the day arrives when even their most ambitious rivals realize they were outmaneuvered long before the game even began. The most dangerous personality type is not defined by rage, noise, or visible dominance. It is built in silence, shaped by discipline, and sharpened by intention. These individuals do not fight for control. They create the conditions where control naturally falls into their hands. They master their emotions while others drown in theirs. They influence outcomes while others struggle to be heard. They wear virtue as armor, strategy as instinct, and patience as power. Their victories unfold slowly, invisibly, and inevitably. In a world ruled by impulse, they rise through calculation. In a world blinded by appearances, they move through perception. And in a world where most people chase short-lived triumphs, they design future empires. Their danger does not lie in destruction, but in the quiet certainty that everything they do is crafted for one purpose: to win, without ever appearing to compete.